So, the game's been out for, what, 3 months at this point? Where do I start with this thing? I could talk about how this game is an improvement on almost every single aspect of its predecessors, which is a straight up fact. I could talk about how the map is pretty and varied instead of the old samey blue square of absolute boredom. I could talk about how much they freaking packed this game with Digimon. Like seriously, look at how many of these fuckers there are. They added a whole ass new Pokédex in this game. I could talk about how the story is a really good tale of the effect of loss and war, and what those do to people. The lengths we will go to save others, and how much that can take a toll on all of us. And let's talk about that story for a second. Do let the Kamen Rider design of the protagonist fool you. This game gets really dark. I won't go too much into spoilers, as I think this game is better appreciated raw. But you got your usual themes, as mentioned, the whole cycle of hatred, generational trauma. That one actually got me by surprise. But, okay, no spoilers, but super short summary of the first couple hours of the game. You go to an exclusion zone to save this girl, this right here. She apparently already knows you. A giant brainstem-looking robot just appears out of goddamn nowhere and tries to turn you into the jammiest of pancakes. After that, you're suddenly 8 years in the past, trying to solve an apocalypse that just kind of appeared. God, I love this game so goddamn much. Like, do you really like creature catcher games? This is your game, right here. 10 out of 10. I hate it. Now, let's talk about a few of the things that this game does that does make me both lose hope in all of game development and at the same time makes me think that they still have a few tricks up their sleeves. This game is one of the worst grinds in the franchise, which is amazing because it only has like 3 games. And the worst of all, it specifically targets at the people who play those other 2 games. You see, Jimbo, in the prior games, you had very few limitations on when you can get this stupidly powerful Digimon, and they were stupidly powerful, mind you. If you had the fucking balls, you could run nearly the entire game with a mega level team. You could run with Lilithmon, Omnimon, and whatever the hell other Mon you could think of. All you had to do is to be a bit lucky and have a immeasurable amount of patience. This one? No. This one, you gotta earn the right to have that champion level. And until then, you either need to catch them in the wild, or you simply won't have access to them. Mind you, even if you scan them in the wild, you simply won't be able to get them back in case you devolve them. It's simple and I like it. There isn't really a strong incentive for you to actually go balls to the walls on the grind for stats. You simply won't be able to use them to progress your Digimon to get the stuff that you want. But the level grind? Oh my god. Dead on arrival. You see, if you wanna grind levels early the game, you gotta do one of these dungeons here. They suck, they're awful, and take way longer than they should. The better ones are Defend the Meat and Time Attack Boss Battle. Just kill 30 Digimons. If you got a strong enough Digimon, you can just Digi-attack them and just clear them all in like a minute or so. It's very easy. You get 10k and some of the best healing items in the game, and you can do that repeatedly. But the amount of XP you get for that, god damn it, look at that! It's pitiful! Look, at the beginning of the game, if you're stuck at level 10, which you will be, by the way, it'll take you 30 times to basically still be stuck at level 10. It's annoying as hell. The only way to grind properly is at endgame. You go to a certain portal and get into a fight with the entirety of them. And you got to fight them one after another, no stop. And you get a shit ton of XP for that. But before that, DLC is your best bet, buddy. That fucking sucks. And these DLCs specifically are solely targeted to let you don't feel that slog of the early game, which you probably would have already felt. This one gives you 3 equipable items that basically doubles everything that you get in battle. And this one lets you skip the entire whole process of leveling, because it essentially gives you a rare candy for Digimons. It's not one for ones like the new rare candy, you get the point. Look, if, and I do mean if, you must buy one of them, you feel like the developers did an amazing job, and you just wanna, give them a little bit more of an incentive, get this one. You get a cool costume, and you don't trivialize your entire experience with the game. At the very least. Now, aside from that, combat in this game is exactly like the prior games, and, well, it's fun, it's good, and probably one of the best parts of the game. You get to field 3 Digimon, when they are down, you get to change them for your reserve. The whole battle system works in this rock, paper, scissors relationship. Virus beats Data, Data beats Vaccine, and Vaccine beats Virus. Rock, paper, scissors. Simple. They added a few other types such as armor and this and others, but they work more as a joker in the whole rock, paper, scissors thing than anything else. They do have advantages against each other, so if you don't see either of these 3, field one of these, which you will rarely see, I'm gonna be honest with you. The real challenge comes in how the elemental part of the battle system works, because they changed a lot of that. In the past, each Digimon had a type and an element. Let's use Agumon. Agumon used to be a Vaccine Fire Digimon. So, if you hit a Digimon who is a virus type, you deal double damage. Now, if said Digimon of virus type is also, say, a plant type Digimon as well, you deal triple damage. Simple, right? And that's it. It was that simple, really. But now the system works like, well, ever play Persona? Yeah, that's about it. Each Digimon has its own stat page, and each Digimon has its own weaknesses and strengths. They also have a few unique traits now, and we have a few other types, as mentioned before. So, let's take Agumon as an example again. He is now a Vaccine Reptile Rookie. If he fights a virus type, he will deal double damage. Simple. Now, if said virus type is, say, weak to fire, Agumon will now deal triple damage. Finally, and indulge me here, let's say that Pepper Breath has a strong against mammal type effect. So now, Agumon will deal 4 times the damage. Not to mention the many buffs and debuffs this game has, and the fact that you can also use items without losing a turn. This combat system works very well, and it got a bit more complex, sure, but frankly, having to use your brain a little bit is a welcome change. The one thing I got to complain is the difficulty setting. You probably won't feel it as bad in your first playthrough, But this game can get kinda ridiculous, especially in the mega difficulty, where a tiny little baby has the same attack power as my Omegamon. I know this is only unlocked by clearing the game, but what in the actual hell? Couldn't they have the Digimon early game and mid game be a stage higher? Like, instead of facing in training Digimon, you face rookies, and then late game, instead of facing champions, you face ultimates, and then by late game, you're just facing megas as usual. Well, that's kinda it for combat. If you played any other RPG games in your life, you're good to go. For exploration, I got no complaints here. Only praises, really. The maps are beautiful. The older ones really don't hold a candle to them. It's only blue blocks. These new ones, colorful, animated, atmospheric, gorgeous shit on the background. It's really, really, really well done. Wanna go to a forest? Welcome to the Data Forest. Deep ocean, the abyssal areas got you covered. Fancy a trip to literal hell? Lovely. But the dark crevices are dripping with edginess and are probably right up your alley. Each area has its own variation of the whole you need a Digimon to cross traversal bullshit mechanic. The forest got Palmon to swing over gaps, mining area has the Quagamon to power a few of these cranes. They don't really use him all that much, but it's there. And the dark crevices has the power of cringe and refluxes to help you traverse hell. God, I fucking love Digimon so much. Finally, at the end of the day, it's your choice if you wanna buy the game or not. If you have a decent PC or PS5, I highly recommend. But if you wanna, I don't know, play Pokemon, go right ahead, give it a go. It's your money. But seriously, I would still point you to the Digimon direction. This game is a passion project for these people. It is really made for fans, and you can feel it. So, yeah. If this has helped you make your decision, or if this was just another voice to the choir, thank you for listening till the end. I am very thankful for that, really. And if this has dissuaded you in any way, shape, or form to, yeah, this game is just not for me, man, it's fine, really. I am thankful to have helped you in this decision, because, let's be honest, money's tight. Things are rough, and every penny counts. So, I am happy to have helped you. And if you are interested, subscribe and leave a comment telling me, where I can improve. I want to start posting a bit more often, and everything helps, really. So, yeah, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you whenever I can. Bye!